21 medical facts about AI-driven medicine. 1. The silicon stethoscope, deep learning diagnostics. AI doesn't look at a medical image like a human. It deconstructs it into millions of mathematical features. In fields like radiology and dermatology, deep learning algorithms identify patterns of malignancy invisible to the naked eye. For instance, in detecting melanoma, AI analyzes the microtopography of a mole and compares it against millions of confirmed cases in seconds. While a human remains the final judge, AI acts as a high-definition lens, reducing diagnostic errors by up to 50%. Beyond static images, AI can now analyze live video during colonoscopies, flagging polyps in real time that a tired doctor might miss after an 8-hour shift. This tireless vigilance transforms the diagnostic process from a subjective art into a precise, data-driven science, where early-stage anomalies are caught when they are still 100% curable. 2. The protein architect, folding the code of life. For 50 years, predicting how a protein folds into its 3D shape, the key to understanding all biological functions, was one of biology's greatest challenges. Enter AlphaFold. This AI system solved the protein folding problem, predicting the structures of nearly all 200 million proteins known to science. Imagine having the master blueprints for every machine in the human factory. This allows scientists to see exactly how a virus attaches to a cell, or why a specific genetic mutation causes a disease. What used to take a PhD student 5 years of lab work now takes an AI a few minutes. This leap accelerates drug development for undruggable diseases like Alzheimer's, as researchers can now design molecules that fit perfectly into the protein's surface, like a key into a lock. By mapping the entire protein universe, AI has effectively unlocked the mechanical secrets of life itself. 3. The digital twin, simulation. Before intervention, AI allows doctors to create a digital twin, a complete virtual model of your unique physiology, powered by your genetic data and real-time health metrics. Before a surgeon operates on your heart or a cardiologist prescribes a high-risk medication, they can test the intervention on your digital avatar. Imagine a flight simulator for your circulatory system. This predicts how your specific body will react to a drug's side effects or a surgical incision, eliminating the trial and error phase of medicine. This technology is particularly revolutionary for pediatrics, where surgeons can practice complex operations on a virtual replica of a child's heart before ever entering the OR. By simulating thousands of variables, blood pressure spikes, allergic reactions, and recovery speeds, AI ensures that when the blade finally touches skin, the outcome has already been successfully achieved in the digital realm. 4. The genomic speed reader. Precision oncology cancer is a disease of the genome, but every tumor is genetically unique. AI can sequence a patient's entire DNA and the tumor's RNA in hours, identifying the specific driver mutations fueling the growth. Imagine a librarian who can read an entire library in a heartbeat to find one specific typo in one book. AI then cross-references this data with thousands of clinical trials to find a targeted therapy that fits that exact mutation. This is the end of one-size-fits-all chemotherapy. AI also monitors liquid biopsies, simple blood tests, to detect if a cancer is returning months before it shows up on an MRI. By transforming oncology into a sniper mission, AI hits the cancer with laser precision while sparing healthy cells. This shifts the focus from treating a type of cancer to treating the specific genetic code of the individual patient's disease. 5. The silent sentinel, predictive sepsis. Detection. Sepsis is a silent killer that claims millions of lives because by the time symptoms appear, it is often too late. AI algorithms in modern ICS now act as silent sentinels, monitoring thousands of data points, heart rate variability, blood pressure trends, and lactate levels simultaneously. These systems can predict the onset of sepsis up to 12 hours before a human clinician notices a change. Imagine a weather radar that can spot a tornado forming before the wind even picks up. This 12-hour lead time is the difference between a routine dose of antibiotics and total organ failure. AI also reduces alarm fatigue for nurses by filtering out false positives, ensuring that when the system finally alerts the staff, it is for a genuine, life-threatening emergency. In this way, AI provides a predictive safety net that keeps the most vulnerable patients from slipping into an irreversible crisis. 6. The virtual chemist, AI in drug discovery. Traditionally, bringing a new drug to market takes 10 years and billions of dollars. AI is collapsing this valley of death by using generative chemistry. Instead of testing random compounds in a petri dish, AI simulates millions of molecular combinations to see which ones will bind to a specific disease target. Imagine a master locksmith who can 3D print a billion keys a second to find the one that fits a broken lock. In 2020, AI identified a new antibiotic, halogen, which kills some of the world's most resistant bacteria, a feat that would have taken traditional researchers decades of accidental discovery. AI is also repurposing old drugs by finding new uses for them that humans never considered. By removing the guesswork from the laboratory, AI is creating a future where medicine is developed at the speed of software, drastically lowering costs and bringing hope to patients with rare, ignored conditions. 7. The longevity algorithm. Biological age tracking. AI can now calculate your biological age, which is often very different from the age on your ID card, by analyzing epigenetic clocks in your blood. By looking at DNA methylation patterns, AI identifies how fast your cells are actually decaying. Imagine a car's check engine light that doesn't just tell you the mileage, but the exact state of every internal component. This allows for hyper-personalized longevity interventions. If the AI detects that your liver clock is ticking faster than your heart clock, it can suggest specific lifestyle or pharmaceutical changes to slow down the aging of that specific organ. These algorithms can also predict your frailty index, helping doctors intervene years before a fall or a chronic illness occurs. By treating aging as a quantifiable and manageable dataset, AI is moving us toward a world where health span finally matches lifespan. 8. The behavioral nudge. Mental health AI. AI chatbots and sentiment analysis tools are becoming the first responders for mental health. By analyzing the cadence of a person's speech, their choice of words, or even their typing speed on a smartphone, AI can detect early signs of depression or manic episodes. Imagine a mirror that reflects not just your face, but your emotional weather. These AI nudges can alert a therapist or provide immediate CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, exercises the moment a user begins to spiral. Crucially, AI is available at 3 a.m. when human help is often out of reach. It also provides a judgment-free space for patients who feel ashamed of their symptoms, encouraging them to seek human intervention sooner. By identifying the subtle linguistic markers of mental distress, often weeks before the patient realizes they are in trouble, AI serves as an early warning system for the mind. 9. The robotic hand, AI augmented surgery. In the operating room, AI-powered robots like the Da Vinci system are not replacing surgeons, but giving them superhuman capabilities. AI filters out the natural tremors in a human hand and allows for incisions so small they can be performed inside a beating heart without stopping it. Imagine a jeweler working with a microscope that also predicts the movement of the diamond. AI analyzes real-time video feeds during surgery to highlight no-fly zones, critical nerves or blood vessels that must not be touched, acting as a high-tech GPS for the human body. Furthermore, AI can record thousands of surgeries, allowing the robot to suggest the most efficient path for a needle or a scalpel based on the best practices of the world's top surgeons. This reduces recovery times from weeks to days as the precision of the algorithm minimizes unnecessary trauma to surrounding tissues. 10. The pathological eye. Seeing the invisible pathology, the study of diseased tissue, has remained largely unchanged for a century, relying on doctors looking through microscopes. Computational pathology changes this by digitizing slides and using AI to count every single cell. Imagine a counter who can tally every grain of sand on a beach and tell you which ones are slightly the wrong shape. AI can detect micrometastases, tiny clusters of cancer cells, that a human might miss after looking at 50 slides in a day. This ensures that the staging of a disease is 100% accurate, preventing the undertreatment of aggressive cancers. AI also identifies the morphological signatures of how a tumor might respond to a specific drug, allowing doctors to skip ineffective treatments. By digitizing the microscopic world, AI transforms the subjective gaze of the pathologist into an objective, quantified measurement of cellular health. 11. The microbiome analyst. Gut health AI. Your gut contains trillions of bacteria that influence everything from your weight to your risk of Parkinson's. AI is the only tool capable of mapping this internal jungle. By sequencing the bacterial DNA in your gut, AI identifies which species are overpopulated or missing. Imagine a forest ranger who knows every single leaf in a 1,000-acre wood. AI then creates a precision nutrition plan, telling you exactly which fibers or probiotics you need to reseed your microbiome. It can even predict how your blood sugar will spike after eating a specific food based on your unique bacterial profile. This turns the gut into a frontline defense against metabolic disease. Instead of generic healthy eating advice, AI provides a biological roadmap tailored to your specific internal ecosystem, fixing the root cause of inflammation rather than just managing the symptoms of chronic illness. 12. The cardiac oracle, ECG pattern. Recognition: a standard ECG, electrocardiogram, is a 10-second snapshot of your heart's electrical activity. To a human, it might look normal, but AI can detect electrical ghosts, subtle signatures of atrial fibrillation, or future heart failure that aren't yet visible as symptoms. Imagine a musician who can hear a single out-of-tune string in a 100-person orchestra. AI can predict the risk of a stroke months in advance by spotting these microarrhythmias. These algorithms can also analyze voice recordings to detect the vocal jitter associated with congestive heart failure. By catching these silent electrical warnings, AI allows for preventative anticoagulation, stopping a clot before it ever forms. This transforms the heart monitor from a tool that records a crisis into a proactive oracle that prevents the crisis from ever happening, saving patients from devastating strokes and cardiac events. 13. The pharmaceutical guardian, polypharmacy management. As people age, they often take 10 or more medications, polypharmacy. The crosstalk between these drugs is a leading cause of emergency hospitalizations. AI can simulate the pharmacokinetics, the movement of drugs through the body, to see how they will interact in a specific person's liver or kidneys. Imagine a chemist who can simulate 1,000,000 chemistry lab experiments in their head before mixing a single vial. AI spots dangerous drug-drug interactions that no human pharmacist could possibly keep track of. It also considers your genetic fast-track or slow-track metabolism, ensuring that a dose isn't too toxic or too weak. By acting as a digital auditor of your pill box, AI ensures that the treatment for one condition doesn't accidentally trigger a crisis in another, providing a layer of safety that is essential for our increasingly complex medical regimens. 14. The rare disease. Detective, connecting the dots. Patients with rare diseases often spend 7 years and visit 10 different doctors before getting a correct diagnosis. AI is ending this diagnostic odyssey by connecting global data in real time. Imagine a global missing persons database for symptoms. If a child in Brazil has a strange set of symptoms, AI can find the one other child in Japan who had the same thing, identifying a new genetic syndrome instantly. AI acts as a global medical brain, ensuring that no patient is too rare to be understood. It can scan medical records across languages to find patterns that link disparate cases together. This not only speeds up diagnosis, but also allows for the rapid development of orphan drugs for conditions that were previously ignored by Big Pharma because they were too difficult to study. AI ensures that every patient, regardless of how rare their condition, has a seat at the table of modern medicine. 15. The diabetic autopilot, the artificial pancreas. For type 1 diabetics, AI has created the closed-loop system. A continuous glucose monitor, CGM, talks to an insulin pump, and an AI algorithm sits in the middle, making decisions every 5 minutes. Imagine a self-driving car for your blood sugar. It predicts when your sugar will drop during exercise or spike after a meal, and adjusts the insulin dose automatically. It even considers your stress levels and sleep patterns to refine its predictions. This removes the cognitive load of the disease, preventing the dangerous highs and lows that lead to long-term complications like nerve damage or kidney failure. By acting as a digital pancreas, the AI allows the patient to live a life governed by a precise algorithm rather than a finger prick, returning a sense of normalcy and freedom to those who have been enslaved by their blood sugar levels for years. 16. The sleep engineer. Beyond the tracker. While consumer watches track how much you sleep, medical AI tracks how well your brain is actually recovering. By analyzing the microstructure of your sleep cycles, sleep architecture, AI can detect the earliest signs of sleep apnea, or REM behavior disorder. Imagine a sleep technician who watches you 365 nights a year with a microscope. AI can adjust the pressure of a CPAP machine in real time, or suggest a circadian reset based on your specific light exposure habits. It can even detect the neural slowing during sleep that precedes Parkinson's by a decade. It turns sleep into a quantifiable medical intervention, ensuring the glymphatic wash, the brain's nightly cleaning of metabolic waste, is actually occurring. This proactive engineering of rest ensures that your brain remains sharp and your heart remains healthy, using the night to build a foundation for long-term longevity. 17. The telepresence. AI in rural medicine. In remote areas where there are no specialists, AI acts as a force multiplier. A local nurse can take a photo of an eye or an ultrasound of a heart, and the AI provides a specialist-level interpretation on the spot. Imagine a holographic super doctor who can be in 1,000 villages at once. This democratizes healthcare, ensuring that a person's zip code doesn't determine their life expectancy. AI tools can now perform basic triage, identifying who needs an expensive helicopter evacuation and who can be treated locally. It also provides real-time translation for doctors working in linguistically diverse regions, ensuring that no symptom is lost in translation. By providing the base layer of medical expertise to every corner of the globe, AI is closing the health equity gap and ensuring that high-quality care is a human right, not a geographic privilege. 18. The ethical auditor. Bias detection in medicine. One of the most important roles of AI is actually auditing human bias. Studies show that doctors often unconsciously underdiagnose pain or misinterpret symptoms in certain demographics. AI can review millions of records to spot these blind spots in care, flagging when a specific group is receiving statistically lower quality treatment. Imagine an unbiased internal auditor for a hospital's ethics. By ensuring that algorithms are trained on diverse data sets that reflect all of humanity, AI can help close the health equity gap. It ensures that a diagnosis is based on objective biological data, not on the preconceived notions or social biases of the society we live in. This algorithmic accountability is creating a more just medical system, where the data speaks louder than the prejudice, ensuring every patient is seen for their unique biological reality. 19. The respiratory forecaster. Asthma and COPD AI-powered inhalers can now track not just when you use your medication, but the acoustic signature of your breath. By listening to the subtle wheeze that the human ear cannot detect, AI can forecast an asthma attack 24 hours before it happens. Imagine a weather app that tells you exactly when a breathing storm is coming to your lungs. This allows patients to take preventative action, such as increasing their dose or avoiding environmental triggers, before the crisis begins. These systems also analyze local air quality and pollen counts to provide a personalized risk map for the day. This shifts the management of chronic respiratory diseases from reactive emergency room visits to proactive foresight, keeping the airways open and the patient out of the hospital through the power of data-driven prediction and early intervention. 20. The neurointerface, AI and paralysis. AI is the translator that is allowing paralyzed patients to speak and move again through brain-computer interfaces, BCAs. When a patient thinks about moving their hand or saying a word, AI decodes the electrical storm in their motor cortex and translates it into digital commands for a robotic arm or a voice synthesizer. Imagine a bridge built over a collapsed highway. This allows the brain to bypass a broken spinal cord or a damaged speech center. The AI learns the unique neural patterns of the individual, becoming more accurate over time. It can even allow a patient to type at the speed of natural conversation just by imagining the movement of their fingers. AI is essentially learning the language of the human brain, turning abstract thoughts into physical reality and giving agency back to those who have been locked in silence for years. 21. The sovereign patient, the AI health assistant. The final change is the democratization of data. Soon, every person will have a personal AI health assistant that knows their DNA, their medical history, and their daily habits. This AI isn't a doctor, but a medical concierge that helps you navigate the complex healthcare system. Imagine a personal lawyer for your health who never sleeps. It reminds you when a specific biomarker in your blood is trending the wrong way and prepares a comprehensive report for your doctor before your next visit. It can cross-reference your symptoms with your genetic risks to catch issues before they become permanent. This shifts the power from the institution to the individual, making the patient the true sovereign of their own biological destiny. No longer a passive recipient of care, the patient becomes a data-empowered CEO of their own longevity.